Okay, that was some strong work in the first half. Let's talk about what we got to do to keep this crowd out of the game. We got a spectacular boost from the guys coming off the bench, and that's huge because it should leave us with nothing but fresh legs as we get deep into this game. Now I'll give credit what credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it that way. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
And what a tremendous game for Hardaway.
New group getting ready for Dallas. Chris Humphries has checked in for Sanders. Anderson comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Harris has checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Williams. And a new group in for the Nets. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Johnson. Bogdanovich is checked in for Butler. And Hardaway is subbed in for Jarrett Jack. They've got Anderson. Devin Harris is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Humphries in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And Bogdanovich kicks to Hardaway. The pass to Bargnani. Feeds to Young. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Outside Hardaway. 4 on the clock. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pacers in Indiana.
Yeah, not a fan of moral victories, but that game in a lot of ways was a confidence booster for them because they really didn't have it that night and yet still had a chance.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think they're one of the few teams that can play that poorly and still almost come away with a win.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Young. Nets leading by 11. Hardaway passes to Robinson. Puts it up from 15. That's good. And that's now 21 points for Freak.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Barea kicks to Harris. To the paint. Here's Parsons. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And that's now 9 points for Chandler Parsons. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Wasted no time on that one. And the Nets lead by 13.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
1:29 left to play in the third. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Humphries kicks to Anderson. The feed to Harris. And the 3 off target. Brooklyn leading by 13. Hollis Jefferson passes to Bogdanovich. The Mavericks pull it in. Pass to Harris. Barea dishes to Parsons. Doubled by Hardaway. And Parsons kicks to Barea from past the arc. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Nets have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And it's Robinson that time on the assist from Hardaway. Robinson's got his first points of the game.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Anderson passes to Humphries. Left side, Harris. Anderson outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Barea. Another miss by Barea.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Hardaway passes to Hollis Jefferson. Bargnani, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Nets leading by 17. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. So the Mavericks with some changes. Anderson comes in for Sanders. And Harris subbed in for Darren Williams. And a new group in for the Nets. Bargnani is checked in for Young. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Joe Johnson. Bogdanovich is checked in for Rasul Buck. Hardaway is subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Setting the floor for the Nets. Hardaway in at point guard. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Bargnani. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Passes it to Barea. 6 to shoot. Here's measuring. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Hardaway. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Brooklyn with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.